Hello traders, right, I've had a bit of a day off today. Had visitors first thing this morning, and builders and stuff like that, and then I just decided to spend the day scalping for myself. So I've been scalping Euro USD most of the afternoon, a bit of AUD, USD, bit of gold, and had a thoroughly great day. But you know, scalping, once you know the direction that the trade should be going, as it were, then you just have to keep hitting it. So we're looking at some cryptos, and you know, cryptos, I've got a very low opinion of them, to be honest with you. I think they're just a tool for the big boys to absolutely do people's heads in. And when you think of the amount of people that have been totally and utterly busted and broken by what's happened recently, it's quite unsettling and upsetting, really. So how can we tell when or where cryptos are going? Well, you know, as I always say, look at your charts as if they're a 15-minute or a 5-minute chart, and then decide what you think you might do, because the charts are fractal. So all you have to do is look at what you would do on a 5-minute, what you think you would wait to do, set alerts on the 5-minute charts, and then take the trade, you know. And if you're a beginner, then you know, you've got all my videos to go and look at, and expect to take years, not months, to learn to trade. So don't give up your day job. Back to cryptos. One easy way of telling where you're going to get a problem and where you've got to, and what you've got to look for is, well, firstly, that's why these indicators are here, because I can look at this on XRP and say, right, well, it ain't green on this weekly chart. That one is a little bit green, but the slope is the really important one. This is, you know, fine-tuning the histo. We know about all the different ways to trade that now, if you watch my videos. And the slope, really, we've only got the grey on here, so I don't miss what's happening right up to this point here. But if it turns green, we're looking long. If it turns red, we're looking short, basically. Not such a big deal on the weekly, but when you get to the daily in H4, then it really comes into its own. So let's flick through a few of these. Well, the three I've got on here. ETH, we're below a support level, support that created this new high, so we've got a ton of work to do there. BTC, once again, we're not even approaching the support level, and we have got a mountain of work to do there. Again, it's easy to see what's going on. Whoops, sorry, alerts going off all over the place. And XRP looking a little bit more interesting, because we've got a massive area of resistance that's acting as support there. You know, resistance, push price down, push price down. In other words, sellers, and they've been overwhelmed by the buyers, and now they're coming back to test them. So XRP is looking better than the other two. Just double check. Yeah, see, we're right into the meat and potatoes of this area here. We've not bounced off of it, so effectively the sellers are overwhelming the buyers, which is a totally different story than that one there, where they're just testing them. And what about ETH? ETH, yeah, we talked about that, smashing into there. So what else can we do? Although ETH actually is interesting because it is above zero and the slope is green, so a lot more going on here. And you've got a descending trend line potentially there you could draw there. So let's have a look at this on the daily. Oh, one other thing, you can quickly draw levels where you're going to have a problem. The flip zones and the, you know, candle highs and whatnot, that's where you've got to get above. These are sellers here, so in other words, until ETH gets above and uses this as support, you are still fighting the sellers. So you're fighting the you know, the buyers, or seeing whether the buyers are there. So old support acting as new resistance, and then it's got to get above here. So it's got a lot of work to do, but that's looking the best out of the three. in my opinion. You could draw a level on there if you want, like that. So so we know we've got to get above there. At the end of the week, this candle will represent a new level to get above next week. Let's say it doesn't push any higher, you've got to get above there to attack the next level up. So it's looking pretty poor. BTC, yeah, we can clearly see all we've got to do is do that. That's a significant level, and that is a massive level, and that's that. And by the end of the week, you know, somewhere around here. So, and XRP, we talked about, you know, these. You know, at the end of the day, all you've got to do is think of it as a 5-minute chart, and then look left. And when did this start going up? Oh, when it did a push, pull back, break, and close. There it goes, 3-candle reversal there, and the slope's green. So what do we need over here? A push, pull back, break, and close up. This will be green, and possibly even like this, green, push up, a little bit more of a push up, then sideways all that time, and then finally, you know, there's a bust, pull back, break, and close, 3-candle reversal, and up it goes. So you know what you've got to wait for here, and you've got to wait patiently. So once again, we've got some serious levels to break. Massive amount of sellers there, massive amount of sellers there, and you know, you're going to have some sellers around here as well. So when we go to the daily chart, you can start to see what's going on. There's that massive amount of sellers. We could move this one down, sellers, and we can clearly see we've got to get above here as well with the 3-candle reversal. So, and once again, there's no power to the long side, we're still below zero, nothing showing on here either. So you know what you've got to wait for, really. And there you can, and we've got a massive swing downtrend. So you know, when you have a swing downtrend, you've got to beat it with an uptrend. So you've got to do something like this. This still is bearish, still bearish. That's only 3 swings, so it's still bearish. Then the 4th swing, and then it might do that. Or if you're lucky and you're still holding longs, it might do that. So this is the critical area, and then once again, you've still got to get above the thing that started this whole down move. So masses and masses of work to do if this was a 5-minute chart, and potentially this could drop here. You know, the sellers could win here, the sellers could win there. So watch, these indicators are what will lead the way, really. The power, the momentum is what, so that's XRP, BTC, same thing, exactly the same thing. Got to see green here, got to see 3 CRs and power there, and even then, look what happened. That's a 3 swing. Up, swing 1, swing 2, swing 3, 4, crash. Just what I was talking about happening, potentially happening here. Swing 1, swing 2, swing 3, swing 4, crash. They can't beat them. You know, so you're until you get up here and above here, you're just playing the whales games, in my opinion. So we did the BTC, ETH. As I said, slightly different. We've got a 3-candle reversal there, we've got a pullback there, we've got another push up, but there's no momentum. We're not even above zero, and we're not even green here. It wants to be looking like this and this. And notice as well, we've got a trigger to go long here, and we've got a and then we think, oh yeah, great, we're getting a bit of momentum, it's up above the 20 line, then it all goes a bit pear-shaped again, and finally you get taken in. And these are days, remember, it takes days and days. This could be 4 5-minute candles if you know, get rid of that, but it's not. It's 4 days. So if you get caught in a long here, you're in a serious amount of pain. So this is where all the, I deleted the dragon just to clear the charts up a bit, but this is, the scenario where you got the dragon going on, and it pokes up, and it pushes down, and finally the dragon, you break this high here with your price, might even have another little play around. Remember, this is a daily chart. If it was 5 minutes, you wouldn't even think twice about waiting 3 or 4 bars, and then up it goes. So this is, and then even then you've still got this to battle with, and it's got to stay above it, otherwise it could collapse. So they're looking extremely weak. The whales know what has to be done, in my opinion. So but all you can make life easy on yourselves, just watch these. That's why they're on the charts. I put them back on to make life easier for helping other guys understand what I do. A 3CR is worthless without momentum, because all it is just the whales pushing price up with no momentum, with no power. They're just pushing it up, getting in the buyers and then taking them out, getting in the buyers and then taking them out. And who knows when this might collapse, unless you've got this scenario, this situation going on, where we've pushed it up, pushed it down with no momentum. So the sellers have been overwhelmed by the buyers, and then off it goes. The sellers have not been overwhelmed by the buyers until we get above here. This is why I find it almost hard to even talk about cryptos at the moment, because they are just horrendous. These 3 anyway. So that's it. Hopefully that just makes you be a bit careful if you're a crypto trader, but it doesn't matter. If you look at these as a 5-minute chart, they could be wood, they could be coffee beans, they could be gold, they could be anything. It does not matter. They all look the same. Take this off your charts and you wouldn't know what the heck you're trading, not even what time frame you're looking at. And that is why I had to teach myself to think of the charts like this in order to remove emotions from the trading. It's just a computer game. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day. What's left of it.